Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Brittany Murphy, an ID mystery. Yeah, like, is it the ID network? Or, I don't know. I know there's a bunch of like little networks that specialize in certain things. In this case, it is. It seems like celebrity tabloid journalism. It's not saying that these people are shady in how it's told. It's just how it's presented. It just this one episode. There are many episodes in a sort of a larger ID mystery series. This is just treated as a season, and it's got one episode. So only this out of whatever other things that come from the ID mystery series. Yeah, I don't know. Excuse me. It's under ID Presents 9 at 9. I don't know. This is from 2020. It's 43 minutes long, and this is just sort of gives us a 6-year-old update of what happened when Brittany Murphy died in 2009 in Hollywood, in her home. Apparently found just collapsed at age 32 in her home, where her mother found her, and her husband, who is 8 years her senior, was there also. It was one of the biggest mysteries. Had been talk and rumors, and in some cases, anecdotal stories of her using fairly heavy drugs at a time, and when I'm not going to tell you the whole thing, by the way. I'm not going to give you the answer at the end, but there's things that we do know, is that as much as a talent and beauty and just a woman that everybody seemed to really love, and there's not a person who said a bad thing about her in this, that she was on the road to bigger and better things at every moment. She, first got to know her through Clueless. She was in 8 Mile. She was in a bunch of other smaller films and more independent things. She had met her husband a number of years after dating various different leads in some of her films, including Eminem and Ashton Kutcher and a whole bunch of others. She met a guy named Simon Monjack, who's a British creative, I guess you want to call it. Maybe he's like a writer and everything else. Yeah. So he's fallen in love with her, and she's fallen in love with him. They get married like not even a year later. And by the way, Brittany's mom is in tow. Sharon Murphy, who had moved her and Brittany to first New Jersey after a breakup with Brittany's dad, who, by the way, Sharon does not appear in this documentary. Her dad does, Angelo, who basically ran a club in Florida back in the 70s and 80s, and possibly even then. He was considered somewhat of a shady character, had been in jail for a time. So Brittany's mom got her out of there, and Brittany, they saw very young that she was really into she was a character. She was a presence, and so she decided she wants to be a star, and so they moved to California, and she got roles here and there. Eventually, Clueless brought her into visibility, but she was never getting like the lead roles, and she changed some of her habits. She got thinner, she got blonder, nobody ever treated her the way somebody should be treated, especially somebody like Brittany. And so, yeah, it went down a road that eventually, well, led to her death. But it didn't stop there, because there was a whole lot of mystery that came with her death. There was suspicion that it may not have been accidental. Between the coroner's report and the autopsy and things like that, well, actually they fought the autopsy for a while. Her mother fought the autopsy, and her mother and Monjack, her husband, did a bunch of really weird interviews, one of which was with Larry King, and then a bunch of other things that happened after that. It just didn't. When you get a chance to watch, if you get a chance to watch this, if you even want to, you'll get an idea of just how creepy it all comes out as. And if a lot of people suspected maybe he had done something to her, especially, considering that there's an awful lot of drugs in that house. Prescription drugs. She died of pneumonia, apparently. But they had over 90 bottles of prescription drugs scattered around their bedroom, on her side and his side of the bed, when the police examined their house in the hills. And by the way, Brittany's mom lived with them as well. That's why she and he were there at the time when she had collapsed. There's a lot other things going into this, but the people who they interview in this, whether it comes to be journalists who covered the story, celebrity journalists, the coroner, the different medical examiner here and there, they suspect foul play. A lot of them do. A lot of them do not like Monjack at all. And he seems to be not a good guy. And he seems like he's the reason why she's no longer with us. And strangely enough, they never did any toxicology tests on her hair, which is a normal thing, especially when it seems like something could have been medically related. Until somebody did do that. They were able to get a test done. And that made even more questions come up. And then things got really weird when Monjack ends up dead. Of the same thing. This 300-pound man and this 115-pound woman both die of pneumonia and anemia. Yeah, I know I'm just making it worse. And it just, to me, yeah, and I feel like I'm making a tabloid mystery here by not understanding or expressing all the facts that are available, and leaning on the more sensational parts to go, I'm not giving you any answers, but I'm asking a whole lot of questions. And that's what this does. A lot of this does. They cover the fact that a lot of people tried to find answers and other people blocked them. And we still, I don't know if we will ever have the full answer as to what fully happened. Or maybe we do already have the answer, and it is just incredibly tragic. I loved her in King of the Hill. God, she was hilarious. And it was one of those situations where anybody, when you're in Hollywood, they treat you like garbage if you're not this perfect little Cupid doll of perfect hair and size and curves and not curves and whatever else, which she struggled with, at least the way people treated her. She could be Lurleen. Why can't I'm not saying Lurleen? Good God. I don't know why I did a Simpsons reference there, but I loved her in King of the Hill because she was hilarious. Just, you get a chance to watch King of the Hill, which is, I believe, on Hulu. Yes, it's on Hulu right now. And the biggest thing that's missing in the new seasons, where everybody's all grown up, is Brittany. So, Luann. Sorry, that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say Luann this whole time. Luann is, and again, she married Tom Petty. Tom Petty he plays her husband in the show, and he passed away a number of years ago as well. And it would be hard, really be hard to bring both of them back or have anybody else do their voices, which is sad. But yeah. So if you're into more tabloid type of documentary type of investigation, these crime, murder, mystery type of things, but with a very real person, give it a look. Part of me was like, I really wanted to learn about this. Is why I didn't kind of block it out from being selected. But because it's an actress I really liked, but part of me is like, I had a feeling it was going to be a little bit more salacious than I wanted it to be. So, yeah, if you can handle the salaciousness, and the people definitely have strong opinions throughout this, whether there's proof or not. And it might give you a strong opinion and suspicions as to what went down. But all that matters is that she's gone, and that's never a good thing when it comes to stuff like this. So, yeah, hopefully they'll get to, if there's anything more to learn, well, at this point, I don't know if there's going to be any chance at justice, but she rests in peace. So, either way, oops, that's the wrong button. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 12. What? I just had 11. Okay. Well, this is actually, despite the really long title, this is I think it's a short documentary. I don't think it's more than 10-15 minutes long. Because I looked at it recently to see, I was looking at the lengths of all the things that we have left, and we barely have 20 things remaining that are over an hour long. Mostly everything left that I have to watch, which is not a lot, but it's a good 4/5 of what I got left is under an hour long. This is kind of short, but just forgive the long title. Building the World of Pandora Inside Pandora's Box, Avatar, The Way of Water. So this is not even about the third film. This is about the second film. And it feels like the third one just came out in December, but it feels like the second one also just came out right before that. They're all running together. Someday we'll all get to live through at least a 5-movie marathon. And that will take a day to watch. At least, almost a day. It'll take at least 16, 17 hours total. Probably, because even though I don't know how long the fourth and fifth film is, but they keep along that line, yes, it'll all be the same length. It doesn't matter. We're going to talk more about this on a very short episode tomorrow. For Building the World of Pandora Inside Pandora's Box, Avatar, The Way of Water is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.